A successful person is like a duck, calm and composed on the surface while paddling furiously in the water below. A famous author once said, "I learned that silence is a source of great strength. When we are quiet, we become more ourselves." Yet we live in a world that glorifies showmanship, where some people think that success means being seen, being heard, and most importantly, being better than others. But what if the secret to success lies not in showing off, but in staying quiet? This might sound counterintuitive, but trust me, it's a philosophy worth exploring. Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Let's discuss one of the easiest ways to ruin your life: showing off. Showing off can make you feel good about yourself for a short period of time, but it will destroy your relationships and ruin your future opportunities. Let's first understand why showing off happens. Most people are driven by two emotions, fear and desire. Fear of being ordinary and desire to be special. If you're afraid of being ordinary and you want to be special, then you will start showing off. You will drive a fancy car, wear expensive clothes and bags, just so people around you will know that you are somebody important. But let me ask you a question. Do you really enjoy wearing those expensive clothes or driving that fancy car? Or are you just doing it to show people around you how successful you are? If your answer is the former, then it's fine, because at least you're getting something out of the things you buy. But if your answer is the latter, then you're falling into the trap of showing off. And this is what you need to avoid at all costs. When you show off, you're essentially trying to impress people who don't really care about you. You're trying to win their approval and validation. And if you're successful, you'll feel good about yourself for a short period of time. But this is a very shallow and temporary feeling. It's not real confidence. Real confidence comes from within. It doesn't need external validation. Now, let's talk about the downsides of showing off. First, when you show off, you come across as arrogant and self-absorbed. People will see you as someone who is only interested in themselves and their own success. They will start to resent you because you're rubbing your success in their face. As a result, people will start avoiding you and talking bad about you behind your back. Second, when you show off, you lose your authenticity. You're no longer being yourself. You're putting on a facade to make yourself look better than you actually are. People will start to see through your facade, and they will start to dislike you because you're not being genuine. Third, when you show off, you come across as insecure. Deep down inside, you're afraid of being ordinary. You're afraid of being like everyone else, so you try to make yourself stand out as much as possible, but this only makes you look insecure. I remember reading an article a few years ago that really changed my perspective. The article was called "The Secret to Confidence," and it was written by a man who had been in the Navy SEALs. He had trained some of the most confident people in the world, and he said that the secret to confidence is not what you think. He said that the most confident people in the world are not the ones who show off. They're not the ones who try to impress people with their looks or their status or their money. The most confident people in the world are the ones who are comfortable in their own skin. They're the ones who are authentic and genuine. They're not afraid of being themselves. That's when I realized that I had been doing it all wrong. I had been trying to impress people my entire life, and it had gotten me nowhere. But when I started to be myself, when I started to be authentic and genuine, that's when things started to change for me. Here are 3 quotes that have inspired me to be quiet and let my work do the talking. The first one is from the ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus, who said, "We desire to seem rather than to be." We want other people to think we're successful, but we don't actually want to be successful. We just want people to think we are. But if you want to be truly successful, you need to focus on being yourself, not on what other people think of you. The second quote is from the 19th century English poet Matthew Arnold, who said, "It's better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation." When you show off, you're imitating other people. You're trying to copy what they're doing because you think it'll make you look good. But when you do something original, when you do something that's truly you, that's when you'll be at your best. And that's when you'll be truly successful. The third quote is from the 20th century American author and humorist Robert Benchley, who said, "If you want to tell a story, you must suffer from it. If you want to show off, you must suffer for it." When you show off, you're suffering for it. You're not being authentic, you're not being genuine, but when you tell stories, when you share your experiences, you're suffering from them. You're being yourself, and that's when you'll be at your best. So how can you stop showing off? Here are 3 tips to help you out. 1. Be aware of it. The first step to solving any problem is being aware of it. If you're not aware that you're showing off, then you'll never be able to stop. So take some time and reflect on your behavior. Ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing it to impress people? Are you doing it to cover up your insecurities? Once you become aware of your behavior, you can start to change it. 2. Focus on being yourself. Stop trying to impress people. Stop trying to be someone you're not. Focus on being authentic and genuine. That's when you'll be at your best. That's when you'll be truly successful. 3. Listen more and talk less. When you show off, you're usually talking a lot. You're trying to impress people with your words. But the best way to stop showing off is to listen more and talk less. Be quiet and let your actions speak for you. Showing off might get you some attention in the short term, but it will destroy your relationships and ruin your future opportunities. There's a Chinese proverb that goes, "A man who does not brag about his skills is more likely to have them." So keep your head down and let your work do the talking. That's the best revenge against people who have brought you down. I hope these words have inspired you to be quiet and let your work do the talking. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Thank you for watching.